Hello and welcome back to White Collar Woker. Today we are talking about how to wage war against the boomers. Now, I'm not saying you have to hate your parents and your grandparents, okay? Individually, I love boomers. I love my parents and I love my grandparents dearly. But as a generation, and this channel is called the White Collar Woker, so it's for people under the age of 35 or, maybe I'll give you late 30s at least. You need to wage war against these people. I advocate not renting. Do not rent from these boomers, okay? I live in a car at the moment. I refuse to pay rent. I live in London. I live in a car in London. I'm not paying any more rent to these boomers. I refuse. So I live in a car at the moment, and I'm going to save until I can buy a house. If anyone's interested in figuring out how I live, I actually also cook all my food. I don't eat out. I cook all my food. I save every single penny I possibly can. I don't rent. I rent a car and I drive Uber. That's what you have to do in order to get ahead in this world. I've learned recently, since I've been driving Uber, money is not made. Money is taken. And if you studied economics, a lot of people would say that economics is not a win-lose game. If you win, then everyone wins. That's wrong. There is only so much money to be earned, and money must be taken. And you must protect your money, and there are people out there that want to take that money. And a lot of the people that want to take your money, they've benefited a lot from this system, and I don't feel like if you're a millennial, if you're a Gen Z or a Gen Y, that you are going to benefit from this system. So I refuse to partake in it. I'm not renting. I'm going to pay off my student loan as quickly as possible because I'm earning quite a lot of money and I'm paying a ridiculous amount. I am going to wage war against a corrupt government and a corrupt boomers, in my opinion. And I'm not saying these are bad people. The problem is, as a generation, there's so many of them that have all upped inflation at the same time. They've all bought assets at the same time, and they've happened to the entire global economy went bankrupt. So the governments decide to bail out the banks, which benefited that generation a huge amount with asset prices rising. I'm not saying they're bad people, but if you're young, you can't accept it. You have to look after yourself. No one else is going to do it for you, and because of that, you need to wage war. You need to get angry when your landlord starts saying, hey, your rent's going to increase by 200, 300, 400, 500 pounds. Say, I'm not going to pay that, and leave. And don't rent. Do not rent. Refuse to rent. It's going to suck. I currently sleep in a car. I actually sleep better in a car than I do in most London flats, because most London flats are noisy, damp, horrible. So if you're interested in how I do that, let me know. You know what? I'll probably do a couple of videos on that. But you need to wage war. You need to wage war. So get angry. Get angry, those millennials. Get angry.